Hey you guys, welcome to my first ever stream on YouTube. We are building a pirate game. Just got distracted by my own own radio camera. You guys, welcome to the stream. We are going to build a game together. As you can see, I've worked on it a little bit. What we're going to do today is build a fun resource mechanic so you can cut down trees and gather some resources, build some buildings eventually. I don't know how far we'll get today, but let's see what we can do together. So if you guys have any ideas and stuff, put it in the comments box. It's a little nerve-wracking going live on YouTube. It's my first one, so don't judge me. If you have any suggestions on how to improve, let me know. Alright, a little bit of introduction before I jump on. This game is called Pirate Raid. So what I have in my mind is it's going to be a mobile game, and what we're going to have is like a Age of Empires kind of vibe where you build up your own city and then you build up like a clan, like a tribe. I don't know what it's called, like what pirates have, like a colony. So build up like a colony and then create your own pirate island, create some really cool ships, battleships, and then go out into the deep seas and battle with other pirates, and then of course raid them because you're a pirate. So yeah, that's what I have in my head at the moment. Hopefully that idea changes into something better because what I have right now is very rough. So that prototype is what I'm looking at right now. So I'll just show you guys what I have right now. So you get this blank island to work with, and then you got this deep sea surrounding it. So it's very Clash of Clan like. What's that other one? Battle Beach? Boom Beach like Age of Empires like kind of strategy RTS kind of game. So I've got like the basics set up so you can move around with your mouse. It's gonna be on mobile, so there's gonna be touch controls as well. But then you can click on different buildings and then move them around, and of course if you move them here, it detects the surface is water because you can't build a building on the water. Genius. And it detects ground where you can place stuff, and then it becomes green, you can drop it, and then it's done. So my best part, my favorite feature so far, which I accidentally built, is that flag. It's just so fun. Look at this. When you move around, cloth physics kick in, and that happens. So fun, super fun. Alright, enough playing around. I'm just gonna start working on my actual game. So what I have right now is a rough sketch of the UI. Let me just quickly show that as well. What I have is like wood over here, and then like gold, and then diamonds. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them right now, but let's figure it out as we go. So if you guys have any ideas, you can put it in the comment section as well. Let's build it together. So first things first, you can click on any of these trees. Also, I thought I was just working on it. I don't know why it doesn't work anymore, but you can click on those trees and break them down. That's going to be today's feature, and we're going to work on that together. That's going to be fun. Alrighty, just gonna make sure this thing's running. It's streaming. Cool. Is anyone in the chat? If anyone's in the chat, let me know, because that'll be fantastic to have some people just hang out while we build this game. Alright, let's do this. First things first, these trees need to be made clickable so that you can click on them and then cut them down for resources. So that's the first task. I believe you need a collider for that. I think I've got a box collider set up for most of the trees. Also the rocks need to be broken down as well for rock resources, which we don't have yet in the UI. We just have wood, but we're gonna add that. What we have now is just the code. I'm just making sure that you guys can see the code as well. So this is the resource item code, which is made clickable. When you click on it, it just gives this nice bounce effect, which I'm wondering, it's kind of bugging out on me right now, so it should be working. When I click on these should be clickable, but for some reason they're not clickable right now, so you're gonna figure out what's happening there. So no errors in the console. That's kind of weird, but I'm gonna quickly just debug, log this, and say clicked on GameObject.name, so we know exactly what we clicked on. So yeah, let's see. Let's have a look. Also, I just want to jump on YouTube real quick. Alright, there we go. Cool. Just want to make sure. Perfect. Cool. Let's do this. Alright, when I click on this now, it says, there you go. You know what's weird about Unity sometimes is that when you put a debug log, things just work. So I'm guessing it's something with the script refreshing, because it doesn't happen sometimes. But when you add a debug log, everything just refreshes. Alright, anyway, this is what I have right now. So when you click on any of these resources with that particular resource item script, it just gives you this nice bounce effect, which means you can click on it. Which is fun. Which is really nice. Very addictive too. So that's all for like game feel. But anyway, I'm just gonna get rid of that now that we know that the script works. Next thing to do is to create a class for storing all the resource data, like how much wood you gather, how much rocks you gather, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna show that in the UI. We can do that. Fantastic. This is fun. I've never done this before. Alright, let's do this. I keep getting distracted. Alright, let's do this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna create a class called resources, and then we're gonna store all the stuff inside it. So I'm wondering, can we do that as a singleton? Because that would be the best approach, I think. So you create a singleton class, and then you put all the resources inside it, like a wood count, rock count, but then or better yet, you store it in play prefs so that it's stored in memory, so when you refresh the game you still have that. Ideally that should be the case. I think that's the best case. That's the best thing to do. So what I'm gonna do is, you guys, what I'm going to do is first I'm gonna create. Alright, let's start with this. I'm all over the place here, I'm still figuring it out. Let's go to build manager. I have a class called build manager where I store all the buildings and stuff. So what if we store a reference to our thinking out loud here, resources UI texts, so that we can store the value in them for display purposes, of course. So we're going to say wood count text. So I'm just going to import text mesh pro, and then the other one is going to be rock count text, stone rocks, stone count rock. I think it's rocks, right? It's rocks. All right, let's keep it at rocks. Let's go over here, and then now if I head over to my manager, my game manager, there's got to be a build manager here. There you go. And then we've got a wood count text, rock count text, and we're just going to add all our UIs into that. Let's do that. Just gonna enable this, and let's see, where have I, there we go, stats wood. I'm just gonna open that up. I'm just gonna drag this text value onto, oops, lost reference to that, game manager, there we go. Then drag this over to the wood count. I'm also gonna rename this text, because you know, you gotta rename all your game objects properly. So we can say wood text, and then there's gonna be, it's not the goal, so I need a copy of this for the rocks. I'm just gonna move that over here, and it's gonna be called stats rocks. Yeah, and then this is gonna be rocks text. Tongue twister. I'm gonna drag that in. Alrighty. There we go. And we also need to change the icon for the rocks. I don't think I have a rock texture, do I? Stone. Oh, we do. So, if you guys are wondering where I'm getting these icons, I got this pack that I got from the asset store called it's called icons PNG, but like it comes with all these resources and stuff, which is freaking awesome. It just makes my life that much easier. And yeah, there we go. That's fantastic. I'm just gonna drag that to match the UI of the other icons. And then I'm also going to decrease the space. Yeah, that's tricky. What's happening over there? Why do we have this massive gap? That's tricky. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening there? You got like a weird. Let's put the spacing to 0. Let's also put okay, kind of weird. Why do we have this massive gap over here? That is truly weird. Oh wow, okay. I'm completely messing up this UI system, you guys. Oh, okay, that's because our rock image is massive. So you're gonna bring that down, how do we do that? Why is it all locked out? I think it's because the content size fader is controlling it. Eek. Unconstrained. Can I change it then? That is weird. Alright. Let's see how we can figure this out. Let's hit minimum size. Did that do the trick? Did that do the trick? Maybe. Yeah, so welcome to my first stream. It's just me debugging, trying to figure out what's going wrong with my UI system. But yeah, if you guys are new here, this is me working on my next game. So I released a game just a couple of weeks ago called Grandpa Jack, and that's being shipped out to iOS as we speak. It's being in review for like 2 days because of COVID. Reviewable times are pretty slow. But while I wait for that to get distributed to iOS, I'm getting started on my next game, which is called Pirate Raid. For now, that's what it's called. I'll probably change that later. But yeah, here we go. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna leave this as it is right now. I can't bother fixing this UI issue right now because it's gonna consume all my time. So there's something I try to do. As much as I want to fix this right now, I know on a grand scale of things it's not that important at the moment. So eventually I can fix it once I get the functionality up and running. Until then I can probably park this, but it's really bothering me. Not gonna lie, it's really bothering me. So what I'm gonna do is, oh okay, yeah, we got that going then. Cool. What I'm gonna do is just expand this text. There we go. I think we fixed it, you guys. I think we fixed it. There we go. Fantastic. So I'm just gonna run this. Yep, perfect. That looks gorgeous. We also want to make sure that this runs on different screen sizes. Yep, that is responsive. Perfect. It's not gonna be portrait, landscape. Perfect. Great. That works. Alrighty. That's good. I'm just gonna put in some space between these guys. That's good. And also, can I put some space between these two? Probably with that. Alright, that's fine. We're happy with that. We are happy with that. Alright, we're just gonna start coding this now. Alright, so we're not gonna get anything done if we just work on UI today. Just UI. By default, I'm gonna set the resources to 0. And then 0, and then stats goal 0, wood is also going to be 0. We're just going to break apart those beautiful trees and collect those wood manually. Alright, now that that's done, first thing to do is when you load up the game, we gotta load up the resources, set them as the text values. So we're just going to say load resources. We're going to create a new method called load resources, and what we're going to do is we're going to grab the wood count and the stone count from player prefs, which is memory, and then set it as the text. First things first, we're going to say wood count, we're going to say player prefs dot getInt. Yep. What are we gonna call it? We'll probably just call it resources wood, resource wood, resources wood, resource wood. Yeah, resource wood. All right, and then we're gonna say rock count. That's gonna be resource rocks. And then what we're gonna do is we can just set it. So wood count dot text is equal to wood count. I'm gonna copy paste this. This is gonna go here. What am I typing over here, bro? What am I typing? I'm gonna set this rock count as this. Brilliant. And we're also gonna do toString to convert it to a string value instead of an integer. And that's it. So this should just load up as 0 when we run the game, which is exactly what we want. To test it out, I'm just gonna put 100 and see if it resets to 0. Just for testing. Alright, here we go. Perfect. It says 0. It's exactly what we want. Fantastic. Next up, we're just gonna break apart one of those trees, create the tree breaking mechanic, and collect some wood. How are we gonna do that? When you tap on a tree, there should be a dialog box that pops up saying cut down tree or something, and then when you click on that button, it will break apart the tree. But yeah, but like I just want the functionality to be there first, so we're not gonna add the UI dialog yet. We're just gonna click on the tree, destroy it, add wood. Perfect. Good plan. Alright, let's do this. That's gonna happen in grid item, because grid item script is added to each of these trees, you guys. Right? So each of these trees has a resource item. Oh, no, my bad. Resource item script, and then when you click on the resource item, it's just gonna destroy it. Cool. We also need a certain value that needs to be added to the resource. So if it's wood, how much wood will you get by cutting down that particular coconut tree? Is that a coconut tree? Palm tree. And then different types of trees will have different types of values too. This is going to be good. So this specific coconut tree, palm tree, all of them are palm trees. All of them are palm trees. Then okay, get this right. So when you break down this specific palm tree, you're going to get a different amount of wood, different amount of wood here, different amount of wood here. So progressively they're also going to cost you more. So like eventually what I want to have is like workers like in Age of Empires just running around just doing your stuff like minions, like pirate villages and stuff. So it's going to cost more of their time to break down certain types of trees. Classic strategy mechanic. Anyway, let's get started with that. I'm just going to go here and say public int. Also, oh wait, we also have two types of resources. We have rocks as well as wood. So we're going to create an enum for this. Public enum resource type. First one is called wood, the second one is called rock. I'm just going to go here and say public type and public int value resource count or resource value. Yeah, it's a resource value, so it's gonna say resource value in the Unity editor. That's the amount of resources you'll gather when you break down this specific resource item, which is either a tree or rocks. Fantastic. Alright, here we go. I'm just gonna put on some music. Jazz. There we go. I hope the stream doesn't mess up with this, because I haven't done it before, so I don't know how it's gonna sound, but I hope it sounds good. Alright, anyways, that's it. Now I'm just gonna go over to my editor and I'll have two different parameters there, two different parameters they're called, yeah. And then type is wood for all the trees, and the resource value is gonna change depending on these type of trees. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna search all the trees, and then all the trees with that name is going to show up, or like having the word tree in them is going to show up. I'm going to make them all wood. Okay, and I'm not going to set the value because different types of trees have different types of values. I'm also going to search for rock. We're going to get all the rocks in the scene. We're going to search for all of them, select all of them, check this as rock. Alright, we're going to go back to tree, but we're going to search for different types of trees now. Okay, we've got the palm tree 32. Yeah, so these ones are called demo palm tree. I'm gonna change these names. Jesus, these names are terrible. Can I change all the names? Big palm tree. It's not a better name. I didn't say it's gonna be a better name. Big palm tree. Just name them big palm tree. These are gonna be called normal palm trees. Jeez, are they all the same? Yeah, all the same. So we're just gonna call them palm tree normal. I'm gonna follow the same naming convention for the other one, the big one. So we're just gonna start off with palm tree big. Boom. Perfect. So all the palm trees that are big are gonna have a resource value of, you're gonna get, when you break down one tree, you're gonna get 200. Just off the top of my head, they'll probably change these values later. 200 wood. If you break apart a normal one, you're gonna get 100 wood. It's rough values. Okay, probably change these parameters later. We also need to be able to change those somewhere, like one common place to change those. That would be fantastic. Later. Tools development comes in between development, but also like some of these things can wait. All right, that's done. So now we know how much you'll gather for each of these resource items. Now I'm just gonna create a new function call void. I'm just gonna make it public for now. Public void destroy, no, break down or gather resource. So when you say gather resource, what you're gonna do is we're gonna add that specific resource to your wood count. Like brrr, it's just gonna have this animation of like brrr, we're gonna collect it and it's gonna feel good when you collect it. It's all about like game feel, you guys. Let's get back to that later. But for now, I'm just gonna do click, destroy that, add all that wood into your wood count. Okay, first thing to do is destroy that game object. So we're gonna do destroy game object. Next, we're just gonna add this into player pref. So it's gonna be player pref set int resource wood, and the value is gonna be at the top, resource value. Perfect. And then, okay, let's just do that first. And let's see if that works. Hopefully that works. Let's find out. So when you, oh no, wait, that's still not gonna work because I didn't link this to anything. So when you click on it, on tapped, I'm gonna do that. Let's see. Now when I click on a tree, it should get destroyed. Or if you click on a rock, it should get destroyed, and the value should be added to your player pref, your memory. But you're probably not gonna see it yet because I didn't show it yet. But anyway, let's test this. Oh yes, it works. Fantastic. So when you click on these resources, they get deleted. It's just not going to be deleted like that in the final version, of course. We're just going to add like an animation to this, so the tree just breaks apart and then has this like nice sound to it. Yeah, I got this like a couple of ideas brewing up in my head. Anyway, for now this works, which is fantastic. Next up, we're just gonna update our counter, which is really important. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the build manager. We're gonna create a public function called public void update. Wait a second, we already have that, you guys. We already have that called load resources. So instead, we're just gonna change this to public load resources. So we're just gonna call it update resources. Okay, there we go. And then we can call this from our resource item, because do we have access to build manager? We don't, but we're gonna get access. Yeah, that's right. So we're on the right track here, which is good. I'm just gonna create a new variable called build manager, and then we'll call this build manager. And we are gonna get this by GameObject.find GameObject.tag build now game manager, and then we're gonna access the get component, which is because the script is inside of that. build manager. Perfect. And then we're gonna say, when you break that down and you gather the resources, we're gonna say build manager.update resources. Now this is gonna look so good. So let's test it out. Let's test it out. It's gonna be so nice when you see that counter go up. All right, ready? Let's do this. Oh, it doesn't work. The wood worked. That's good. The rocks didn't. Oh, crap. Oh, it's updating the wrong counter. Okay, the wood works, which is good. Which is not good. It's still no. Wait, I'm missing something. Welcome to programming. So what you gotta do is not set int, idiot. It's int. We also gotta put switch case, you guys. We're gonna say type. So we're gonna check by the type. Case type dot rock. If it's a rock type, it's gonna be specific counter. So it's gonna be int rock count. What's the sound? Never mind. It was the song. Int rock count equal to. We're gonna get this counter first. So we're gonna go over to this one. We're gonna copy that and we're gonna paste it over here. Same thing. And instead of set int, that is fine. What we're gonna do is wood count plus equals resource value. So, or else it's gonna get replaced, and we don't want that. We wanna add to that counter. So you're gonna just set that over there. That's it. Oops, this is resource wood. It has to be resource rocks. Programming, you guys. Welcome to programming. Wood, and then we're gonna set this, and then we're gonna go over here, copy the same thing, go over there, go over here, copy this. Then we're gonna go over here, and then we're gonna say this is crap. That is rock count. Gotta name your variables properly, and then wood count. Fantastic. This has to work. Am I missing something? I think that's it. Let's test it out. Let's test it out. This is fun. Alrighty. Let's have a look. If you click on the rocks now. Ooh, okay. Yeah, as you can see, the wood gets added, which is fantastic. Look at that. Beautiful. Not yet, but it's getting there. But if you click on the rocks, ooh, weird. The rocks are not added. There's gotta be some sort of bug over there. Let's figure it out. Resource, wood, rock, rocks. Am I rocks? It's the same parameter, right? What am I missing here? Rock count. Rock count plus equals resource value. Set int, resource rock count, break, update resources. Wood, resource wood, wood count. It's correct. What am I missing? I'm missing something. I am missing something. Let's just quickly have a look at Twitter. Thanks Harvest and Salty Dog Bot, Salty Dog Bot, for retweeting. Just put this out, tweet, to get some peeps on the live chat. Hopefully this builds up. So I just want to start live streaming every now and then, you guys, because I found myself just like thinking out aloud and building these games like I'm doing right now. So I was thinking, why don't I just live stream this? And also, I've been watching a lot of Thomas Brush's live game dev sessions, which are fantastic, super inspiring. And I told him this as a comment on one of his videos. I told him that like I have him playing in the background while I work on my game, and it feels like a team session. Like he's working on his game, I'm working on my game, and he's playing in the background. It feels like we are working towards the same goal, different projects but same goal, and that was fantastic. So I always tune into the Thomas Brush live sessions if I miss them, because I'm in Melbourne, Australia. The time difference is massive. So when he goes live, it's like 2:33 in the morning for me. So sometimes I miss his shows. When I'm up like this, like tonight, I can tune in. But if I'm sleeping, I can't. What I do is the very next day, as soon as I wake up, when I start working, from home or whatever, I just have him playing in the background. Fantastic. So Thomas, I know you're not watching this, but if you are, shout out to you. Fantastic job. And you also inspired me to start this whole thing, because I live stream on Instagram. I do like live shows and stuff, but I never live stream work, which is something I'm absolutely passionate about. I love game dev, so I thought, hey, why not just live stream and get some game devs or like game enthusiasts just join the live chat, hang out, build some games, get some ideas, share some cool thoughts, just chill. Why not just do that? It's good company too, because I moved into a, there's a lot of information by the way. I'm talking a lot, I'm distracted, but I moved into a new place, you guys, and it's just me over here. It's just me over here. So this is good company for me, which is fantastic. All right. So we were tackling a bug. As you can see, I was procrastinating. Classic. We have a bug. What could that be? So the counter is not updated, which is weird. That could be a problem with the rock counter text. Odd, very odd. Resource wood, resource rocks. That should have worked, unless some of these rocks don't have that. Oh yeah, that's correct. The rocks don't have a resource value, you guys. That was a stupid mistake on my part. Let's do that. So some of these rocks should have different values as well. So that's where I'm a little bit. Let's see. We gotta categorize them as big rocks and small rocks as well. Oops. So let's see. Rock C seems to be a bigger rock. Rock B seems relatively smaller. Rock A seems a little bigger. So rock B seems like our smallest type. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select all the rock Bs. Did I select all rock Bs? Yeah. We're gonna rename this as rock small. Perfect. Rock A versus rock C. Wait, rock C is big, right? Kind of, you guys. Oh, I've scaled them, so you can't really say necessarily. You can't just say that they're all big and small, unfortunately. But yikes, my bad. Rock A seems like the smallest. Rock B is relatively bigger. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just copy this, call this medium, and select rock A's, all of the rock A's, and make it rock medium. Oh, my bad. Rock small. And rock C's, all of them are gonna be rock big. It's a lot of rocks to resize though. It's quite a lot of rocks because not all of them are big. You know what I mean? Alright, anyway, that's fine. Now I'm just gonna search for rock big. And the big ones are gonna cost, I'm gonna give you 250, and then the medium ones are gonna be, oops, 150, and small ones are gonna be maybe 80. Yeah, that works. All right, let's test it out. Let's do this. All right. Click on this one. Fantastic. 250. Did you guys notice that this also got saved? It's in play pref, so it gets loaded up. So that works. That was fast. I didn't expect to finish that part so fast. You know what? This makes me very productive live streaming. It's fantastic. Ooh, look at that. We are collecting resources, you guys. Obviously, it's not going to be this fast, right? So you're not going to be able to just click on the trees and just delete them. There's going to be a cost that goes with like deforestation of your island. So it's not going to be this easy. I just literally deleted everything on my island. Look at this. It's bloody empty, you guys. You can just move this around. I literally deleted all the rocks, which is crazy, and the trees. If I just delete all of these, I'm gonna be super rich with wood. Okay, enough playing around. We know that works. It's fantastic. What we're gonna do next is a game feel thing that I always said. I have this script called number counter, which counts up. So it has this like counter to it. It just doesn't update to 100. It just goes from 0 to 100 like. You see what I mean. And it's fantastic. It just has this really nice game feel to it. I'm just gonna grab that from my other game, Grandpa Jack. So that's the good thing about finishing a game, you guys. You end up having so many resources that you can reuse, which is fantastic. You gotta stop saying fantastic. I know I keep saying that a lot. UI, and then we got this script called number counter. We're just gonna copy this from my other project, and we're gonna put that over to this project. We're gonna create a new folder called UI. Inside that, go to Show and Explorer. Just bring over to this monitor, paste that, and then we have that new script. Fantastic. Wait for it to compile, and basically, you guys, this specific script goes into any text mesh UI that needs to be updated, like with that effect. Funny noise. So basically, I'm just gonna select all the text mesh text components, go to add component, search for number counter, and the number counter will be added, I think. Was it added? Where is it? Yeah, it's there. Okay. So one thing that I need to change is that you need to drag and drop the text mesh. It doesn't make sense because you can just automate that. But you know what? I'm just gonna edit that because I don't wanna drag each component into it. So this is gonna be a private variable from now on. Music is a little bit too loud, I think. Bring that down a little bit for you guys. There you go. So this text value, oh, it's already getting that. I didn't even have to set that. Dumb. Silly Dhinuka. Alright. So go over here. Nothing to change really. Everything gets added. Perfect. But the way we set the text changes. So instead of setting the text as woodcounter.text, we can say woodcounter.value. Oops, and then we're gonna change a couple of things here. Number counter goes here. That is a script that I just added, you guys. It's a custom script. And we're gonna say .value is equal to this thing, and it's actually gonna require you to add an integer. All right, I think we're done. Let's test this out. Oh, we also need to set the values again, set the UI again. So wood text is gonna go over here, rocks over here. Let's test it. Ooh, look at that! Did you see that? That was fantastic. All right, let's click on this again. You guys ready? Ooh, that feels fantastic. Look at that. Oh my god, that is just beautiful. What a script that one, huh? It was just amazing. It's one of those scripts that I found online, but then I modified to match my needs for Grandpa Jack, and then I keep using that script for everything now because it just works. Look at that. I just want to keep doing that. It's fantastic. Yay! Alrighty. I think that's it for today's stream, you guys. I didn't expect to finish this fast. Not gonna lie. I thought it's gonna take longer than this. But it's pretty simple. But we're not done yet, obviously. But like, if you can see the time over here, it's 1:47 in the morning, Melbourne time. So I gotta get some shut eye because tomorrow is a Tuesday and it's a work day. So I got my work in the morning, which is not this. I work in the AR VR industry. I still work with Unity 3D, but like not game dev, but industrial applications, like building AR applications, augmented reality applications, virtual reality stuff. So it's my day job, but it's still in Unity, so it's not completely different. At least in the same industry, same field, just a different sector. I don't know what I'm talking about. That was my light. So yeah, I need to get some sleep, as you can tell from my clumsiness, and also we just managed to finish our target for the day, which is the tree resource gathering thing. It's fantastic. It works. Look at that. Beautiful. Alrighty, so next up what we're gonna do is with the next stream, I'm just gonna add like game feel stuff to it so that there's gonna be some sort of destruction animation and it doesn't destroy immediately. There's gonna be like a timer that goes, like a progress bar that fills up, and then while that's going you keep collecting wood, or once the timer goes off the tree just poofs into thin air with the smoke effects, VFX, and then the wood goes into the counter, something like that. And then we're probably gonna add some workers who's just gonna like cut the tree, like animations, just like you see in games like Age of Empires. So it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be fantastic. Thank you guys for joining. This is my first stream, like I said before. It's my first stream on YouTube. I'm gonna continue doing this. I absolutely love this. This is fantastic, really productive, and it feels like I have like I'm building like a tiny community here. So I'm talking to people who can relate to what I'm working on, or who's interested in what I'm working on. That just feels nice to work out in the open. That's amazing. So I'm gonna keep doing that. I'll see you guys in the next live stream, probably tomorrow. I just need to get a new mic. I realized that this mic is not that great for live streaming. I've got a Logitech camera, which is fantastic for video, but audio is terrible. I know you guys can tell. So probably with a brand new, better quality mic with the next stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I need to get some sleep. It's Sunagajay over and out. Yeah.